Where in Miami are you most likely to meet your husband?
I am going to show you who you're going to marry by looking at your astrological chart.
Ladies, if you struggle to find a husband in Dubai, here is what you need to do.
How to find a husband. First things first.
Don't know your type, but I think this is where you find hot people now.
Being single with peace of mind seems like a better option for men.
Tips on how to find a rich husband.
I know a thing or two about where the hot boys like to gather.
A lot of you guys were like, boys don't even approach me. Like,
hey girls, Steph here, the best place to meet single men, Midtown Edition.
If you want to find a rich boyfriend or husband with a provider mentality,
the desperation for a man is growing. More and more women are waking up from their delusion. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
Okay, on a serious note, where do like the 28-year-old single men hang out at? Because like
28 to like 30.
You're so right. We're bopping around the West Village and I'm looking.
I'm looking. Eyes are peeled.
But I'm not finding them. So if you're 28 and single,
where you live in New York, it shouldn't be that hard to find.
They are at work or at home staying away from women so they can keep their money and sanity. I'm 28 and just moved to New York City, and I would like to know as well. When you find out, please let us know. Well, if you are looking and still can't find them, I'll tell you where they're at. After working their shift, some of them goes to the gym, some of them go home, and some of them like to enjoy playing their games after a long day. The men that you're looking for are trying to avoid modern women at all cost. Doing what they love is at the top of their priority, and modern women isn't one of them.
This video is for the single girls in New York City. I have cracked the code. We are no longer doing dating apps. I deleted all my dating apps. I'm now, every Saturday morning, coming to Central Park, grabbing a coffee, grabbing my best friend, walking, and seeing all the hot guys that are training for the marathon.
I just saw the cutest guy at Trader Joe's. Actually, every time I go to Trader Joe's, I see gorgeous men. I was having a conversation with my guy friend last night, and we were talking about, like, how to meet guys in not bar settings. And we talked about, you know, the gym, the beach, a couple other options, church. I think Trader Joe's is where I'm going to meet the love of my life. There's something about the men that choose to shop there. They are gorgeous. They're kind of indie, like, cool vibe. Not very, like, jock in your face, but kind of like, I'm a gorgeous man, and I don't know it. I'm a little humble. The guy that was at the counter was buying wine, and he was like a brunette, tall, stunning man. Black t-shirt. If you see this, hey, because we made eye contact like 6 times, but I couldn't go up to you because I didn't know what to say. But I saw you, and you were gorgeous. Anyways, yeah, pretty much Trader Joe's is where I'm meeting my future husband, so I might just start going there, like, looking cute from now on, and, like, carry my little bouquet of flowers looking like a single little lady. Period.
if you live in San Diego and you want to meet hot guys, literally go to Trader Joe's and PB. It's the best place in the world. Every man there, it's Monday night at like 6 o'clock, but every man there is like, you're beautiful.
How to find a husband. First things first. Number 1, get fit. And I'm not saying look like a supermodel, but be in the best shape you possibly can be. Number 2, empty out your baggage. A clean conscience is an open heart. Number 3, be feminine. I know this may be hard, but you have to lean back and let the men approach you. And number 4, stop going out and hoping you're going to find the love of your life at 3 in the morning. You just won't. The husband you really want, sadly, is not there. You're welcome.
I highly doubt these modern women can complete number 1 and 3. They have a famous saying where the man has to accept them as they come, meaning they are not willing to change for the better. It's either you accept the package or go. They would really struggle with being feminine because they're trying to compete with men today. And I don't think any man would want to deal with that and the world at the same time. The chances are very low, but not impossible.
So many of y'all are giving such bad advice. Okay, here's where to actually meet hot quality guys in LA. Let's be fucking for real and realize that we're probably not going to be the love of your life at the club. Maybe, probably not. I need you to stop thinking at level 1, think at level 3, okay? Let's say you want a doctor. Choose a hospital, frequent the cafeteria. They usually have Wi-Fi, you can work there. I didn't tell you that. Or if that's too intense for you, frequent the food spots and coffee shops around the hospital where they can grab and go coffee and food, because they're busy. Let's say you want a man with hobbies who doesn't bother you all the time. If you want a man who wears Solomon's, Arc'teryx, and Carhartts for legitimate reasons, check out Cebu Sol events. They have fly fishing, climbing, and falconry, which was probably the best day of my life. Or if you want someone good with their hands, go to a ceramic studio. I like clay, it's in Chinatown. If you want a guy with good stamina, check out places with good athletic gathering things. For example, try running club if you like runners, or table tennis, or pickleball courts in LA. I think this is the most underrated if I'm being honest. Go where the hot bitches are. Hopefully they'll be dating a hot guy with hot guy friends or relatives. You're welcome.
They always recommend women to go to these places, but never recommend them to approach the guy and initiate the conversation. They believe their presence is enough to make the man approach. They put in so much effort into searching for these men, but little effort to actually make the relationship work. Their next dude is just one DM away. Dating has only become harder because of women.
Y'all, so I have tea for all of y'all trying to find a husband. Let me put you on game, honey. They got a dating option on Facebook. Okay? It's literally the best place to find a husband. It's the best place to find one because that's where I found all of y'all's. Yeah, all y'all husbands is on Facebook dating.
Hot take. If you're looking for the hotties in New York City, just go to the fancy supermarkets, especially on a Sunday morning. Woo!
Where in Miami are you most likely to meet your husband?
The Miami Heat's playoff skates. The best guys.
If you want hot men, come to a Heat game ASAP.
Where do you go to find a husband? Tinder. You will find all kinds of husbands on Tinder. Don't feel so bad when you're the only one of your friends left that hasn't found their soulmate yet. Because there are so many married men swiping away every day, still looking for their soulmate too.
I guess the saying is, don't let your wife stop you from finding your soulmate.
Too close to Christmas to go freestyle? No, go now. There's some lonely people out there that's depressed that just want somebody in their life. They can buy you a good gift, girl. Go find the depressed people. Go hang out by the cemetery, girl. Think I'm lying. Go hang out by the cemetery. Act lost. You know, people gonna be coming to visit the people's graves and stuff. Get them at their vulnerable point. I don't know where this. I can't find it. Can you help me? You think I'm playing about the cemetery? Go to the cemetery. Go to expensive cemetery though. The rich side of town. Go to that cemetery. Go walk around the mausoleum building at the rich cemetery. You said, "Oh my God, you think I'm playing?" If I was single, that's the first place I go looking for somebody with money. I'll be in them obituaries every week. Ooh, who done died? Oh, new widower, huh? Mm-hmm. Guess I'll be walking around that funeral hall or cemetery. Yeah, okay.
This is the sprinkle woman for those of you who don't know. This is the woman encouraging women to use men and take their money and give it to other men. This time, she's advising women to get with lonely men to get some money from them. I seriously doubt this woman has a heart anymore. It's just been tainted by evil and greed.
So I continue my quest to find a rich husband. And what better place than the NFL draft in Las Vegas? Let's go find them. Step 1, we have Bellini. Next, I got my backstage pass. I walked through the crowd and realized I'm better than all of you. So where are we right now?
We're at the Coachella equivalent of the NFL.
Who's going to be drafted first?
I think Hutch is going to go.
I am the first draft. Get out of here. Then I got to see other college players in the suits. Ooh, look at that one. I laugh at the peasants in the crowd. Then all of a sudden, Ice Cube was there. There was plenty of men in suits. Oh, look at this one. He's cute. Oh, how about that one? I like. Oh, yeah, there also was a draft going on. Suited man still on phone. Oh, and then there is my king. Look at them. Oh, and then these guys were heckling everyone that walked by. I loved it. She was flirting with him, and her man was not about it. Looking at him, he's like, no, bitch. They didn't want to draft this guy. Better luck next time. Bye, men in suits. Well, I didn't find a rich husband, but I found one.
I really wonder how long modern women will keep searching for a man until they realize the men have had enough and just decided to walk away.
I just realized that Tinder is the perfect place to find husbands. It's somebody else's husband, but there's lots of husbands there.
I'm afraid that men are about to learn rule number 1 of capitalism.
And what would that be?
In order to negotiate, you have to bring value.
Based on what is shown on the screen, it does seem like one is going to try to explain that men have no value.
And in order to strike, you have to be able to take something away from the person that you're trying to strike against. That is the meaning of a strike. It means withholding something until you get your needs or conditions met. That's a strike, okay? So I just have one question for all of y'all.
And what's that?
What is that thing? Go ahead, what is that thing?
Sadly, I believe they're serious in asking that question.
What are you going to withhold from women in any meaningful way that is going to force us to meet your conditions and demands? What will it be? Go ahead, what will it be? What will you withhold from us? Have you thought about that?
I'm fairly certain that they have.
Because I guarantee you, in less than a month's time, tops, I promise you, everybody's going to forget about this.
I highly doubt that. The reason being, because unlike what some believe, this is not about some men going on strike so they can get something out of women. Oh no, it is in fact more about men holding up a mirror to the face of the behavior that a lot of women have been displaying in regards to their own dating standards. So when men start acting in the exact same way that women do, it definitely seems that some women are not liking the reflection.
Second rule of capitalism. Don't overinflate the value of something that is overly saturated in that market. If she can't handle me at my softest, she doesn't deserve me at my hardest. Drizzle, drizzle, kings. The simplest answer is money, unconditional love, protection, and most importantly, our time. If a lot of men kept their money in their pockets, they would have way more of it. They wouldn't need to spend it on OnlyFans and porn sites. Remember, fellas, no hymen, no diamond, drizzle, drizzle.
These are my requirements for dating. Moving forward, I want the password to your phone, the password to all of your social media accounts. I want to know that I am the only woman that you are pursuing. Even through the hard times, you're not seeking validation on Instagram, Snapchat, or paying $9.99 to some ratchet hoe on OnlyFans. My body will be the only body that you want to see naked, or we're not going to be together. If I'm not enough for you, we're done. Capiche? Capuche. I don't want you saying, here's my phone, go through it. I'm not doing anything, because you already deleted everything on your phone before you chose to hand it over. Do we look stupid? And don't tell me I'm crazy for wanting to look through your phone. I'm crazy for blindly believing that you're not doing anything shady when my intuition is telling me otherwise. So passwords are a must from now on. I want to be able to look through the phone whenever I feel. It's called trust building. And if you look at me like I'm crazy, it means that you're doing something wrong. So we're getting passwords, so be prepared, guys. If you want to be in a committed relationship, you need to be transparent. And ladies, stick to it. Stand firm, okay? Stand firm. I believe there are good ones out there.
Psycho. Being in a relationship is working on problems together. Problems you wouldn't have if you were single. I would rather keep my password secret, and you must sign a prenuptial. Trust me, or we done. It's called too controlling. Trust doesn't exist anymore. So sad. There are good ones. But you are going to make yourself ruin a good thing by not trusting the guy. He won't feel the trust from you, so you will make him miserable. This is someone who's been hurt in the past from many relationships. But in a relationship, if there's no trust, you guys might as well not be dating. The only thing you're going to do is make your partner feel like they can't be trusted, and that's going to spark up some issues in the relationship. A person who feels this way needs to heal away their pain before getting back into dating. they're only going to bring that trauma to their partner and drive them away.
Ladies, I know where to find the hot men in Dallas. Now, granted, not all of them might be single, but I went to my Barry 7:30 a.m. Wednesday morning workout, and I really did not want to get out of bed, but Lord, I'm so glad I did. It was a hot theme class, and let me just tell you, the music and the temperature were not the only things that were hot in there. We were transitioning from the tread to the floor, and I was just looking around the room like I always do at like any workout class. And I was like, holy moly, there are so many cute guys in here today. It was like every good-looking guy in the city of Dallas had descended into Barry's 7:30 a.m. workout. They were cute, they were jacked, they were sweaty, they were working out, they were getting after it. Now, I would never go up and talk to a guy that I think is cute. One, because I'm shy, and two, because it's a gym. So, like, I don't know if that's, like, the most appropriate setting to go up to someone. But in the meantime, if you see me at Barry's 7:30 a.m. workouts on Wednesday, mind your business.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that heard that. These women want boyfriends and husbands, but they aren't willing to approach them. They're going to the places that these men are at, but still expect the men to make a move on them. They walk past them every day and still complain about how they can't find a man. It's just crazy. But as a man, focusing on a woman is the last thing you want to do. Your priority should be getting your affairs in order, and if you want a woman in your life, go overseas, because modern women aren't it.
You're in university and you can't find any guy who doesn't suck, maybe go to church. That might be a way to do it. People with Christian values are pretty solid people. Probably a controversial thing to say. Go fishing for a husband at church. And I think it's also easier when you get a bit older to differentiate between who actually is smart and has it together and who doesn't. I had a very difficult time when I was in my early 20s figuring out who was smart and who wasn't smart.
I just saw the cutest guy in Trader Joe's. That was actually very dramatic. He was literally so mediocre. I just don't think I'm used to seeing like guys my age when I'm like running errands. I don't know why I like look like this and expect to like have a meet cute in a farmer's market. As I was like pushing my little empty cart around the fucking store, because then I realized I really did not need that much. We keep staring at each other and I was like, do I say something? I literally wanted to be like, hi, like, I don't know, but I thought about it. And then I looked at his cart and there were roses. Gonna assume they're not for his mom. I mean, that would be really cute, but also a little concerning. Everyone who's in a relationship is always like, it'll happen when you least expect that. I'm like, shut the fuck, literally shut up. But I was listening to my girls gotta eat, shout out Girls Gotta Eat, and Jay Shetty, he was on the podcast, and he said, I think it happens when you're least prepared. Like, maybe I should start doing my makeup and coming to Trader Joe's.
Did you know that you can astrologically find out where you'll meet your husband? And excuse this jazz band playing by the park. All you have to do is look at where your Jupiter is in your birth chart. And if you want to find out where, look at the house that your Jupiter is in. For example, if your Jupiter is in the 10th house, you could meet your husband through career or the place of work. And if your Jupiter is in the 9th house, you'll find your partner through travel. So if you've been debating on a plane ticket, this is your sign. And another example could be if your Jupiter is in the 11th house, chances are you'll meet your husband through a group or some kind of communal activity. So join that book club, join that intramural league. You know what to do.
This is a big red flag. If you ever meet a woman who believes in this stuff, you should consider finding another one. Relying on signs to tell you where to find a husband is just ridiculous. These people aren't serious about dating. What happens if you guys break up? Is she gonna blame her star sign as well?
People ask me all the time, Tara June, how to find a husband? I'm not a love guru, but I tell you, take notes. First, you have to work on yourself. Self-improvement is so important. Then a guy will see you and say, wow, she's so happy. Now, how can I ruin her life? Do you understand? That's how you get a man. What?
This is so funny because when a man works on himself and builds himself up, there's always a woman there to mess up his life, and in the process, help him lose half of everything he's worked for. That's why marriage for a man is risky.
Okay, so I'm finally going to make a video on how I find my sugar daddy. Y'all keep asking me, y'all keep begging for this video, so let's get started. Just so y'all know, yeah, real deal. So first thing you have to do is download Tinder. Some of y'all fast ass probably already got it, but yeah, download Tinder. Once you have Tinder, go ahead and download Tinder Plus. This is a must. settings and then click on your like preferences. And the age you're looking for is between 35 to like 65. Cause no shade, these younger men do not be having no coins. They don't got none of that. They don't got it. See me, I've been doing it for a long time. So like I can really look at a man and know if he got the coins or not. No shade. But you need to be looking for an older, preferably Caucasian, that just looks like he's kind of lonely and needs some comforting. And just like that, you found one. And now the number one question I get asked is, how do I ask them for the funds? How do I ask them for the coin? I would advise to always talk to them for at least a day or two before asking for anything. And remember, before you ask them for anything, make sure you unmatch them on Tinder. Because not all of these men are SDs. Not all these men are tricks. They get real butthurt. They real broke around here. So get their phone number and then unmatch them on Tinder. Now, I do have some cyber SDs and I also have like some in-person SD. This is where the Tinder Plus is going to come in handy. If you're just looking for like a cyber SD, you don't really care to like meet up with them in person and go out to eat and go shopping or whatever. You just want to like get money. Change your location to like either Houston, LA, or like New York, or even Miami. And then match with men over there. And no shade, just turn one of them to your trick. I got this one man that's all the way in Oklahoma. He swear that I'm coming to see him next month, baby. I'm not. Pay for these nails though, that's all that matters.
I got banned from Tinder for asking for money. I need the money. What happens if you're banned from Tinder? This is a broke woman's hustle. What they do is try and find older men who have been crushed by the world and take advantage of them for their own personal gain. This is what I mean when I say some of these women are the devil in disguise. They only care about fueling their greed from someone else's hard work. In the process of them begging men for money, a lot of them were banned from Tinder. It's really crazy because women are always calling men broke, but look at the level they're stepping to, trying to get money from those very same man.
That's exactly where to find your future wallet. rich husband in New York City. The key to finding Mr. Right is knowing all the right places to eat. Head on over to Michael's, the hotspot for media tycoons in Manhattan. Mike McCarty hosts there about every other week. Shake his hand and he could introduce you to the potential love of your life, a future hot Mark Zuckerberg. Just make your way to table 1. Trust me. You're on a date with a Brooks brother and he takes you here, you know you're set. What's better than a one-way private charter to the Hamptons? You may not find your billionaire's romance here, but it's a 5-minute walk from Wall Street. With luck, if you go late enough, you might find an accountant at the bar wasting his life way over a glass of bourbon. What are you waiting for, honey? He's waiting for you to join him. If you're college age or cougaring for a pre-financed boy before the millions, take to Gold Plaza. They often have events, you can ask for directions, and who knows, you might find the future Mr. Big to your carry. Thanks for watching.
This is disgusting. Women always complain about men seeing them as a piece of meat. But at the same time, they see men as a tool to fund their lifestyle. As long as that man got money, they will do anything. How's that any different than a sex worker? The logic is just not adding up.
Tips on how to find a rich husband. As a gold digger, I like helping women who want a soft life like me. Hi, I'm Mrs. White, your master of luxury. Unclench your jaw, smile, close your legs until he does something big for you. Always smell good. Stop chasing and start attracting. Dress classy. Speak softly. Find areas where people with old money hang. Short nails. Download LinkedIn. For more info, go book your masterclass on Instagram at Mrs_White888. Now, go find rich husband, baby.
A lot of women have already participated in hookup culture, so closing the legs might be a bit hard. You notice every time these women speak, it's always about what that man can do for them. Honestly, it's kinda shallow. And why are women taking advice on how to find a husband from a gold digger? I'm guessing it's something some of them have in common.
Now that I'm out on the dating scene, I have to say that one of the best places that you would not think of that you can meet someone organically is at the park. Let me just say, I've been stopped 3 times while I'm reading at the park, and the go-to line every single time has been, what book are you reading? What is it about? And then it'll start conversation. Unfortunately, I have not been attracted or the guy has not been my type, but it is a good place to potentially meet somebody. Go to your local park, just sit there, read, listen to music, go on a walk, and you don't know who's gonna come up to you and just start a conversation.
The thing is, we won't find our type walking around a park. They be with their boys in the clubs, street. I go to the park all the time, honey. The men are 40 and up. I've been doing this for a few months, but no one's asked yet. Honestly, if I was at a park by myself and a lone male approached, it would probably scare me more than anything. Women like the bad boys. The type of man they're looking for isn't gonna be at some park reading a book. The desperation is only growing because some of them are actually considering doing this and heading to the park. None of this would be happening if they were reasonable creatures. They're always talking about the man's qualification, but how do they know they even qualify to be with the man they're looking for?
Ladies, 2023, I'm convinced I'm going to meet my man at the grocery store. And here's why I say this. When I go to the bar, it's a great romance, whirlwinds, it fizzles out in days, okay? Grocery store, I'm coming back from work, you know, I'm in like girlfriend attire, okay? Obviously I wouldn't wear a turtleneck to the bar, but I think I'm looking cute, wholesome energy. Perfect time to both reach for an apple, okay? And then go, oh my God, so sorry, you take it. And then spark up a conversation. I mean, like, I actually have to, like, do that. But I'll let you know if I do. I'm thinking that's going to be the thing for me this year. Because I only go to the bar, like, maybe once or twice a week on the weekends. But, you know, I'm at that grocery store multiple times a week. More chances, okay? Let me know if you try this or if you have, if it's worked for you. Give us a little inspiration story, honey. I need it. Bye.
Never had a boyfriend.
What?
Never.
Never?
Never in my
That's
life.
ridiculous. No.
I know, right? Okay, so you're big sisters here. I've been trying with nice guys, with college guys, with humble guys, with everything. Nothing worked. Everybody was just breaking my heart. So you know what? I'm just going with rich guys. Well, at least I'm gonna cry in my lips. Today we are in the most gorgeous and luxury hotel in Beverly Hills. So here's the secret. You don't need to be shy. Nobody cares about you. So just please see the objective. We're gonna try next time.
Alexa, remind me that I don't need a man and men are useless. When should I remind you? Every damn day.
How to get a rich man's attention. So if you are now walking into nice establishments and you're walking into better places, better hotel bars, members clubs, country clubs, or you're shopping in nicer areas and you see a man that is a possible target. He looks well, he's older, he's dressed very nice, he's about to get into a nice car or whatever, or maybe you're just in, let's do, for example, you're in a hotel bar. You're in a hotel bar. What you would do is you don't sit on your phone all day. By sitting on your phone constantly, it makes everyone think that you're there to meet someone. Okay? Do not sit on your phone. It also makes you look unapproachable. Just take in the ambience of the place. You know, get a drink. Sit back on the drink. Take in the ambience. Look friendly, not overly friendly, but you're enjoying your day. You're having a break. You might be on lunch from work. You're just enjoying yourself. You're taking it in. You're enjoying life every moment, okay? I love my life. And that's more of an approachable look for a man to say, hey, how are you? How's your day? What's a pretty girl like you sitting here alone? Then you give him some spiel, okay? You might want to talk to the barman so people can overhear that you're friendly. Like, hey, how's it going? How's your day? You been busy? Oh, it's not that busy right now. Oh, thank you. You know, like, so people know that you're friendly and they can approach you, okay? Also, if you want to do eye contact is a great way to get what you want, you know, and then look away. Okay, and then also Say you're at a grocery store, you're walking down the street and you're saying, oh damn, that man, I know that man has money. I know for a fact that man has money. What you do is you get a napkin, you drop the napkin. You get your handbag, you drop the handbag. If the handbag's expensive, girl, get yourself a replica so you can throw it on the floor. Throw that handbag on the floor right in front of that man. Get your lipstick keys all out on the floor. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, and then he's gonna come in with some, some funny dad joke, it's always nice to have a nice lady. You're so sweet. Where are you from? Oh, so that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pull little tricks like that. Drop a napkin, drop a handbag. You're gonna look around. You're always gonna be on the prey. You're always gonna be looking around, to see what's out there. Be that type of girl that's always looking for opportunities and be ruthless. Ruthless.
You know, these tips and tricks probably would have worked a few years ago. Now, I'm not saying there aren't any gentlemen out there, but the men today are catching on to the games these women are trying to play. Any woman who has to play tricks on you to get you isn't really interested in you, but what you have. And as a man, you must be able to see the signs. There's no length modern women wouldn't go to get some money. Like I said before, love is being thrown at the window. You must be careful with the person you allow into your life.
Don't know your type, but I think this is where you find hot people in LA that are not coffee shops. Before we begin, isn't my top just so cute right now? And I have it paired with the Levi's balloon jeans. Anyways, my friend Esther and I, check her out, she does ceramics. We were staying Row in downtown LA, technically the arts district, but the shop here are so niche and aesthetic, and niche and aesthetic people can be really hot. I always see someone who looks like a model here. I'm pretty sure Lululemon and some commercials were shot here. Next, I think hot people are cultured people. Also, shout out to Joanne for saying hi to me. That was so sweet of you. Went to the Chinatown one. I saw a lot of hot people there. Maum is a pop-up marketplace featuring Korean business owners. I've seen a lot of hot people at Clink Wine Club. Check them out. Personally, I think they have the best music sets in K-Town. I feel like everywhere else in K-Town, they'll play basic ass music that's like Billboard Top 100. Erewhon, I don't know. Kai Gerber's hot. She shops there. Might be dumb because they're willing to pay $20 for a water bottle, but might be hot. Select your neighborhood Erewhon based on what your type is. Love the country kitchen. Hot people go here after a hike.
So I woke up to y'all about to jump me over this app. Okay, hold on. So here's my little dating app folder. So this is Hinge, and the app that I use is Luxy. So this is more of like an exclusive dating app. You have to actually get approval to get signed on. It's kind of like a reviewing process. The review process took me a little under 24 hours. And they let you know whether you get accepted or denied. I got accepted fairly quickly, so I think that y'all all should be good. So when you're swiping left or swiping right, you can scroll down and it shows their info. It shows what they do for work, the income they could submit. And it shows like their height, their race, their religion, what they're looking for, the typical. But yeah, it's a cool little app, and I hope that helps. The date went well, by the way. We had a really good weekend, so yeah.
Put that chastity belt down. I'm about to tell you where to find your husband. Hopefully you're adventurous, because the rich tech men love to rock climb for some reason. Now, you don't got to go out there and be on no cliffs and rocks and boulders and stuff. They like to indoor rock climb too. One of the really popular gyms is called Vital in Brooklyn. You're welcome. The next one y'all probably know, but you need to get your skis and your snow boots because they really got the slopes. You can't go wrong with the Palisades and Tahoe. Mount Peter is a really popular one in New York. Then Stratton and Jay Peak are popular ones in Vermont. Next, get on your Serena and Venus because they love them some tennis. The Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in Queens is very popular. They also have a bunch of events going on there all the time. Like they have a dog show coming up. So, just like rich, successful activities. Y'all might want to pull up to the dog show. But also Vanderbilt Tennis Club, Sutton East, and McCarran Park are popular ones in New York. Lastly, they love to cycle, and not like Soul Cycle, that indoor stuff. No, you need to get out in the elements. Bike.nyc has a lot of popular cycling events, and I think they also have like routes on their website. But if you're really not into outdoor cycling, maybe you could just like pull up to the bike store and look cute.
I can agree some of the places she mentioned. It is very possible to find a man there. But those men go to these places with their friends to have a good time, not to pick up another bill. Whenever the wall starts creeping in, that's when modern women decides to start searching for their lover. Whenever their lives gets hard, that's when they decide to want a man. A man is always needed when they need saving. Don't allow yourself to be treated as a last option.
Beautiful ladies, if you want to find a husband, here is exactly what you do. You focus on yourself, you become super happy, and you fall in love with yourself. And then when you're living the best of your life, a man will come, see how wonderful you're doing, and be like, let me get into her life and ruin everything for her.
To break up.
Let's talk about it over pizza. What do you want?
A bigger dick.
Sausage or...